Let me bury something real quick with you.
Nasu Igbo, Anasu Peke. I asked her where you from. She said, oh, where? Tekatu Concord. I got that pepe.
Oh, whoa, wee. What's good, IG, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Lagos, Nigeria,
What's up?
Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Brockton, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island. Episode 021 of the first Genz podcast.
Yes.
They call me Pat.
They call me Ken. What's good?
I just messed up, but episode 021 of the first Genz podcast. We are the Blacks.
Oh, it's cool. We're providing you the facts today. They know we're providing them the facts today.
They already
It
know.
don't matter.
Yo, bro.
I'm good. Chilling.
Chilling?
Good.
Getting ready for another trip.
Yeah, I'm heading back to Prov, man, tomorrow.
Heading back to PVD.
Yeah, for a surprise party for somebody. So.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah. So,
How's that planning going?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's gonna be all over social media because I'm definitely gonna post mad videos. So when I walk in,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. So.
You've been all over social media these days, bro.
No, I have not. No, I have not. So
I can't guess you, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get into the shits, bruv.
Yeah, let's do it. What we gonna talk about first, man?
I want to get into some Afrobeat smoke, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
There's a new artist that I stumbled upon on my Spotify Afro Heat playlist. Mm-hmm. He goes by the name Crayon.
Crayon.
Interesting name, but
I like the name. I like Crayon. I like that name.
Yeah, I think he named himself Crayon because he makes colorful music. I always think about like listening to music through colors. That time when Ye was like, "Yo, the way I listen to music is through colors." Like he said, he made Yeezy and saw Mad Colors.
Yeah.
When I listened to this song that we're about to talk about, Crayon released a song called Unusual. Y'all need to go check that shit out. That shit is heat. That shit is fire.
I heard it. I heard it. It is good. The only thing was when I heard it, first the reaction to it was like I felt like it sounded like a lot of what like I've been hearing recently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What you've been hearing recently is like a lot of like he works closely with the dude that produced Rema's EP.
Okay.
Ozeticus.
Okay, so that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, so Ozeticus makes a lot of beats for Crayon. Actually, Crayon released an album called Cray Cray.
Okay.
You're gonna hear a lot of genres. He has a really high pitched voice. I think that's what you're kind of talking about. You're talking about that high pitched voice with like the ethnic drums in the background.
Yeah. I feel like I just feel like the beats are very similar to that of like when Rema hops on beats but that explains it how they have the same producer, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, like I feel like they're kind of like. I don't know. I feel like I saw the cover of the album and I saw like how it looks and stuff like that, and I feel like it's kind of similar to like trying to be more artistic on the more artistic side than because how like Rema came out with like his cover art for most of his EPs are just like animation cartoons and stuff like that. So I feel like it's very similar. I mean, it makes sense that they're both signed at Maverick Records. Maybe they're trying to like roll out. Maybe Don Jazzy's trying to roll out a new type of
sound
like image for that for this new era, not era, but new time.
Yeah,
maybe next 4 or 5 years.
That Unusual record, I wish I heard that record sooner, bro.
It was dope
because I feel like it was like a summer vibe for me that I could have rolled out like the rest of the summer out with. Because his like I said, like I was about to say, his voice is he got this really high pitched voice that seems to bend genres.
Okay.
Like it seems like you could hear his voice on like a Latino beat. You know what I'm saying? Like you could hear his voice on a Caribbean beat. Like it's not only for Afrobeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of dope, and I think I picked that up off of this Unusual record. I want to play a snippet of that though.
feel it.
I feel that vibe, bro.
I feel
that
it.
song is a vibe.
I see what you mean by. I see what you mean by the whole like. This you should have heard this like maybe like at beginning of June, maybe end of May.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was so many other celebrations I could have just bumped that record with, bro.
Yeah, but you could still roll this into like the fall.
Fall, yeah. I guess I could roll into the fall.
Homie's still going to homecoming. So I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
For real.
Facts. Let's get into some more music.
Word.
One of my favorite
Saint John. You put me on to him.
One of my favorite put-ons is St. John.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? St. John is an artist from Brooklyn, New York. He came out with an album or a project. I don't even know what he classified this as.
What do you call it at all? what do you call it in 2019?
To be honest, based
album, mixtape.
Yeah, that shit don't even
fucking piece of music.
But like we said last we talked about last episode. We was like, yo, if you gonna come out with an album, it has to be like your best foot forward. It's got to be like a well put together, cohesive project. Which I don't.
You can definitely sense. I feel like the difference between an album and a project, like it's the same shit. Like a project falls under like an album falls under mixtape. I think all that stuff, like album, mixtape, EP, LP, it all falls under a project because they're projects. That's essentially what they are.
Right.
But I feel like when you put out an album, it's just like what you just said. Like I feel like it has to be cohesive. It has to have like it doesn't have to have a concept, but it has to have something that flows. Like maybe it doesn't have to have a flow musically, but like it has to have a feel. If
that's the case, Ken.
Yeah.
Ghetto Lenny's Love Songs is not an album to me.
I think it is.
Collection 1 is an album.
I think it is.
Collection 1 is actually more so an album than Ghetto Lenny's Love Songs.
I think both of them. I think you need to listen to the album again. I genuinely think you do.
I genuinely listened to this album about 3 times, bro. It's a really good album. Don't get me wrong.
It's different.
But
like,
actually,
I heard, and I actually went back to listen to Collection 1 too.
Yeah,
and I like it too. I like him. Like St. John is really nice, and like he's really good. But
the thing about St. John is he wrote for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So he never really had a sound to even be his own artist. Like he used to rap only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this Ghetto Lenny's Love Songs is a phenomenal album. Don't get me wrong. But Collection 1 changed the trajectory of that man's career.
I guess. I think what changed I don't know. I don't think that was what it was. I think it helped him get to where he was already making, like you said already, he was already making records for all these artists. So these artists already knew who he was prior to him releasing Collection 1.
Yeah,
right?
But what does that mean? The artists aren't buying his music.
We
buy his music.
Yes, but
if we don't know who he is, then it doesn't matter.
But the artists are putting him in the position to work with the producers to make the album.
Correct.
So therefore, him making those or writing those songs and like producing songs for people and things like that. I don't know if he's a producer, but writing those songs, he's putting himself in a platform to make an album like Collection 1 or to make an album like Ghetto Lenny. Well, if you look at Ghetto Lenny's Love Songs, like he actually has features that are like known versus like he had about A Boogie, he had like Lenny Kravitz on Ghetto Lenny's.
Yeah. I don't think that makes it better though.
It doesn't make it better, but it makes it more. It attracts people to it more.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's use your argument that artists knew him back when he was making records for them, right? Like, let's use that argument. That he knew all these artists because he wrote for them and all those things, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, he had to have come out with a project for those artists to even believe that he can make music in the studio.
But he didn't have a project when he was making.
When Collection 1 came out, was that a project?
But when
this came out before Collection 1, right?
No, but when Collection 1 came out, he was already writing those songs for those people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they knew him because he wrote those songs, correct?
They knew, yes.
Okay. So after he wrote those songs, he went into the studio and made a project called Collection 1.
Yes.
So then they knew that he could make music in the studio after Collection 1, which then leads to this album.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like,
I mean, but the music was gonna come. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand.
But Collection 1 was But what I'm saying though is, you said this is a really good project. He had a lot of artists on it. Collection 1 didn't, right? He needed to have no artists on his first project because he needed to show people that he can do it by himself.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have a lot of artists on the second. He only had 2. But like I'm saying, like what I'm just saying is like.
No, he had a Lil Baby. He had A Boogie, and he had Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, okay, 3. That's 3. That's a good number.
And those are big artists.
Yeah, those are big name artists. Yeah, good big features. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's just like a step on, like, you know, you're building the steps and like you're climbing those steps while you're building them. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like you write the songs, and after you write the songs, you come out with the debut project, and then after the debut project, you keep releasing music. I'm just saying that for me, like, I heard of Collection 1. Like, I heard Collection 1 last year.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you put me onto it, and I was listening to it, but something like, for me, what I think really like. It was like, okay, let me hear what this St. John nigga is about really to the masses. Was when he was on Lion King soundtrack. When he did Brown Skin Girl. That was big for him. Yeah. I feel like it was huge for him because now people, even though he was on a little beginning, probably like Brown Skin Girl, even though that was in the beginning with Blue Ivy, people were still like heard that. Yeah. People still saw those credits. So it's like, okay, now you're exposed to a different type of demographic of people. Now when you put out an album, it's now like, okay, now I'm gonna look at, as opposed to Collection 1. It's like, yes, you put out the album, yes, like people are listening to you, but it's one of those artists where you're like, okay, I'm listening to it, all right, it's cool music, I'm on this music blog site, I'm on this website, and I'm about to like, all right, like listen to this album and then like keep it pushing. Versus like, okay, this nigga was like making music with Beyonce, he must be something like meaningful, and I'm gonna listen now, and he's putting a project out again. It was like just proper execution. I think that like when that second album came out, I listened to it differently. Yeah, with a different state of mind because I was like, okay, like personally for me, you know what I mean? Because I listened to it with a different state of mind because I heard him on a Beyonce, so he's respected amongst these type of artists. So now,
I'll give you the fact that he had new looks on Lion King. Okay, I can't give you that was the main, like, or I can't even give you the fact that was even the reason why we listened to him differently on Ghetto, Lenny's love song.
I don't think it's why we listen to it.
No, I'm saying like we, even as like, let's not even separate each other from like the people who really listen to him, right? Or who don't even listen to him. Yeah. I don't think that was a big enough moment for him because he was like, because when you listen to that record, you're really paying attention to Blue Ivy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on the intro of that song, but you can't. He didn't even want. They sent him another beat for that project, and he said he couldn't do Afrobeat. He said he couldn't catch the beat. He said on Sway in the Morning, he's like, yo, I couldn't catch the beat. They gave me a record. So then Brown Skin Girl came along. He had to do like, if you notice, he's only on the intro of that song because he couldn't even get on the actual. He didn't know how to flow on that actual song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like. Now you compare that moment to a moment where he has his own project by himself releasing fire. Undeniable fire. I think that is more so the reason why artists gravitated to him as an artist and not a writer. Okay. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But speaking of an artist and a writer. Yeah. The Rapsody. No be like Bohemian Rhapsody where these Oyinbo people they watch.
It's crazy. We put out one of these episodes a couple like weeks ago, and I remember one of the comments under the IG like snippets were,
why didn't you mention Rhapsody?
For my boy, actually my boy from Providence, and he was like, "Yo, why didn't you mention Rapsody when you were talking about like one of the best rappers?" Who like Nicki's like we said that, or you said that Nicki was 90% better than 90% of the rappers in the game, female rappers in the game. Yeah. And then my buddy was like, yo, you didn't mention Rapsody, and I was like, yo, you know what? He's kind of right, but she hasn't really. She put out already 2 albums before, 3.
2 albums. This is our third one right here.
Third one. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, okay.
And one got nominated for 2 Grammys.
Yeah. So she definitely has a resume. Yeah. But I don't know why I wasn't just maybe like. Personally, for me, I don't know why I wasn't really listening to her music like that.
It's distribution, bro. Yeah, it's distribution.
But I feel like I'm ashamed. I feel like I should have listened to her music because this Eve album is like really good.
Like word.
Yeah. Like it's really good. Like it's actually like I was like, okay, like she undeniably just set herself apart from the flock. Yeah. Like, with this album, I think she's been doing that. I think for the past couple of albums.
Let's not forget she snapped on Cole on Sojourner.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes, I remember that song. Yes, and I'm like,
and that was when Cole was forcing on everyone. She was like, "Nah, this is my album right here. Let's get it."
Yeah, she's different. Yo, she's nice. I feel like top 2 like female rappers in the game right now. Personally, from my opinion, is Rapsody and Tierra Whack. I don't think Nicki's in discussion.
I actually don't want to. I'm tired of doing the female only comparisons. I think these 2 female, for Rapsody, if we're talking about Rapsody and Tierra Whack, they're better than a lot of niggas.
Yeah.
So I think they deserve to not only be classified as the best female rappers,
but
they're some of the best rappers.
No, they're some of the best rappers.
You know what I mean?
They are undeniably the best of their sex. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't. Okay, when I say Hov, when I say Hov is the best rapper ever, right? I don't say he's the best male rapper.
Do you know why we do that though? We do that because like when rap started, rap was like very male dominant.
Yeah, but it's not that anymore.
Exactly, bro. It's not that anymore. But like it evolved to what it is now, and I understand we have to include everybody.
Because when we do the top 2 females, or we do that,
yeah.
Now it just seems like we're. And I'm not saying you because you obviously don't do this. You're actually talking about the music. But I'm saying like there's people that like actually bring up these women, and it just creates the narrative that these women have to compete with each other, whereas they can compete with each other and the men. It just seems like we're making it look like there's a league for only female rappers, and these 2 female rappers are distinctly been proven to rap better than a lot of men that rap right now.
100%. I agree with you, and I think that if you're asking me, do I think Tierra Whack has the ability to be the best rapper in the industry? I mean, we both know, like, you know, we already know like what I think about that. I do think she can be,
yeah,
you know, but I'm just saying that like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to segregate the male or female, like the difference between the 2 types of rappers,
yeah,
but like that, like, you know, like it's just like for as long as we've known like rap from females or by females, yes, we've had those lyricists, yes, we've had those people who like really are focused on like what they're trying to say, and they're trying to make a difference in their raps. But like a lot of the females, you know, you have a lot of the Little Kims, you have a lot of the Nickis that try to, you know, they try to incorporate like, oh, this is definitely female rap because I'm talking about how much this nigga wants this pussy, or I'm talking about how much this is that. It's like a flip, right? So it's just like a categorization of one particular kind of rap, and it's just happening now where it's like, yo, all these up and coming female rappers are like, yo, it's literally not all about that shit, and like, yo, it's really we are rap. Yeah, you know, we're not just female rap, we're just rap. So I agree with you, but I just think that there still is a kind of a subgenre. It's not a subgenre, but there's still a category of female rap, because if you look at I think that there should have been a female rap XXL cover.
No. Hell no.
Why?
Because those female rappers deserve those spots on the regular XL magazine.
Yes, but I understand.
So do you want 2 or do you want one female, one male?
I think that would have shown the progression of female rap to become part of just rap.
Or are you saying?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you saying XXL should have one XXL cover and it should be all females?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying like XXL should have one man and then one female. Like,
no,
this is the WNBA,
I think there should be
NBA.
an addition. I think there should be an addition of XXL freshman list.
Yeah.
Where it's just all female.
I agree.
They should have done it this past year.
Because there was a lot. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. That's facts.
Yeah. So
because this was the one year I can say they were mad nice female
and they were all
rappers.
different.
Yeah,
all their styles were different. They were talking about different things. They had different flows. Like some were lyricists, some were like people who would flow better.
I tell me Barry something real quick with you.
Nasu Igbo, Anasu Peke. I asked her where you from. She said, oh, where? Take her to Concord.